Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 6. Hopefully, everyone's having a good week. Since my last video, things have been pretty hectic. I've had a lot in my schedule between meetings, therapy sessions, so on. So, just to recap on my last video, I had talked about trying out like coloring with one of my clients to kind of help her stay a little grounded during session and talking about things and help her kind of shift her focus on that rather than too much on what she was talking about, because she tends to just break down and cry and just can't really recover from it. So I tried that out and it actually went really, really well. She still got tearful a little bit, about 1 or 2 times, but she was pretty much for the most part able to talk about things, and once she got a little upset, it wasn't quite as bad, and she could kind of recover from it and kind of keep talking about what the topic was. So it worked really well, and I'll probably keep doing it with her at least for a while, just because she's really still really suffering from her whole situation. So yesterday I actually finally got my first child and family case. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm a little closer to the end of my internship, but it's going to be a good case because it's a more simple case. It's not like a lot of stuff. There isn't much trauma or anything like that. So she's a 9-year-old girl. Her mother brought her in. She sees the counselor once a week at school. She mainly brought her in because she's kind of just been having like a little bit of behavioral issues at school. She doesn't really get along with the teachers. She's a very nice and sweet little girl, but she's kind of feels like everyone is ganging up on her. She used to have a lot of friends, and she says that they've all turned their back on her. She feels like she only has like 2 friends, and she does a lot of making up stories and kind of lying, and so the teachers don't really believe her when she says that these kids are bullying her, and they call her a tattletale, and it's kind of like that. But a little bit about like her background about why this might be going on. She recently, her grandfather in March, so not that long ago, actually committed suicide, and he had lived in the home with her, and she was very, very close with him. So I think that she got a lot of attention from him, and she's probably kind of missing that. And in addition to that, she's her parents separated in 2014, the end of it, and her mother actually ended up moving out. So her parents are separated. They're on okay terms now. They both have new significant others, but her mom doesn't live in the home with her little brother, and her twin little sisters. So they're living with the dad, but I think that she's missing a little bit, like she really misses her mom being in the home, and I think that maybe she's feeling like she just doesn't get as much attention as she used to between like the family and like her grandfather and stuff. So she's kind of just having a little bit of issues with that, and it's mostly like the friends and bullying thing. She's on a softball team and she wants to quit because she feels like she's bullied. I think there's some truth to it, and a little bit is she's very sensitive. She even said herself that she said, I'm very emotional. And so I think what I'm going to be working on her with a lot is like identifying how she's feeling, and why she's feeling that way, why she might be making up a little bit of stories, stuff like that. Kind of going a little bit into her grandfather's death, because she hasn't really talked much about it, and she actually doesn't know that he committed suicide. They told her that he had a seizure. So it's a pretty manageable case. She doesn't have any past trauma. Her parents are good parents. No one's, she should be able to really work on things and be totally fine. So for those of you who do work with kids, I've never worked with kids. I've never had a child case in the field. I mean, I love kids, but what kind of suggestions or ideas do you maybe have for me on what we can work on? I'm going to be doing her treatment plan next week, and I'm going to kind of have her and her mom kind of participate in developing that. So Any ideas that you might have would be great. Thanks.